Previously on the Dex Legacy. Nathaniel Dex and his associates, Tristan, Devek, and Osis Rivastava, travelled to Zart, capital city of Xenos, to watch as their highly experimental warhead was launched by the Xenosi government. The hope was to end a 12-year-long conflict in a single blow. The result was the total annihilation of the country of Rone. The bomb, designed and built by Dr. Osis Rivastava and sold to the Xenosi by Dex Industries, reduced the people of Rone, along with all wildlife, cities and towns, to toxic dust. The event would go down in history as the greatest human-made catastrophe the planet SP-714 had ever seen. At their father's command, Nathaniel's adopted children, Varian, Isra and Ren, watched the event via satellite from their military camp in Domonos. The Dex Legacy, Episode 2, The Hunt. Starring Chris Gregory, Warren Graham, Annika Kordes, Louis Watson, Kam Elliott, Kelsey Griffin, Charlie Richards, Stevie Skinner, and Emily Inkpen.
Auto. News update.
News from Dex Island. The town of Omra'ak has just opened its first school to meet the...
International news. Auto.
International news. This morning, Chancellor Ovon Lee's third wife, Neverly...
Auto. Is there any news from Xenos?
In Xenos, tensions are running high after the detonation of what they are now calling the Rone missile. Universal public outcry is putting the Xenosi government under pressure to hold those responsible to account. The Xenosi Prime Minister is standing firm in his claims that Nathaniel Dex, president of the Dex Island Munitions Empire and inventor of the bomb, is responsible, having failed to make clear the destructive capabilities of the bomb.
Auto. Has nothing more happened? Have they not managed to blame anyone for anything yet?
No, they are still blaming you, Nathaniel Dex.
Good morning, Nathaniel. Any news?
No, Tristan. They're still pointing the finger at me. But their government is in trouble.
Yes. My agents inform me that thanks to our bomb, the nationalist Xenosi administration is crumbling. For 12 years they've been resolute in their civil war.
Well, now the war is over.
Indeed. They succeeded in destroying their enemy, but too effectively to claim a legitimate victory. As a result, the marginalised party that has been in favour of peace for the last decade is gaining followers and rising in popularity. In a month's time, Xenos will be a very different country.
This new party, I take it they also blame me?
Yes, Nathaniel. They blame you and the current administration both.
How convenient for them. I despise party politics, Tristan. It puts idiots in charge who are more worried about greasing palms than they are about driving progress.
Fortunately, we will never have to endure it.
The Xenosi commissioned the most destructive bomb we were capable of producing. That was the brief, and we delivered. If they failed to comprehend just how powerful a bomb our scientists could produce, well, that's on them.
Agreed. It's having the desired effect at least.
Yes. We've had more commissions for powerful warheads this week than at any other time in the history of the company.
Have you taken orders for another Rone-class missile yet?
Yes. The first scared the world so much they all want one. I've received requests from Oskil, South and North Jakra, and Vosnor.
Are you going to make the bombs?
Oh, we'll make them. But we're not selling them to anyone. I'll make an official statement tomorrow that Dex Industries will never sell another Rone-class missile. We'll claim the moral high ground.
Very good. I spoke to Ren yesterday.
Oh?
He reminded me about his warning to us 6 months ago.
You mean that day he came in here and told us to look at those articles in the seed data?
Yes. Our ancestors sent the seed ships into the far reaches of the galaxy with a comprehensive record of books, articles, research, and video footage. What they came to be a record of everything. And he manages to find one episode in their history that comes close to what we achieved.
Well, he was right about it. It was more destructive than we predicted. More people died than we thought, and the fallout is complicated.
That was his assessment, yes. I think the essence of the call should be summarised with the words, "I told you so."
Of course. He failed to take into consideration one key fact.
And what's that?
That I don't care.
Good morning, Ren. You are in the Domonos Mountain's Dex military base camp, and it is time to wake up. Would you like to hear the weather forecast?
No.
Very well. Have a good day.
It's been the same weather for a month and a half. Isra?
Get up, Ren. We need to be ready. The rebels are bringing the fight to us. I can feel it. I've been up all night.
All I feel is hungry.
You're always hungry.
Come here, will you? We've got at least 10 minutes until Varian will come and get us.
Didn't you hear what I just said? The rebels are coming, Ren. Get ready. Oh, look. There's Varian.
No, not yet.
Varian.
We're about to have company, Ren. Get kitted up.
How many are we talking?
It's nothing more or less what we used to. About 50 in total. But it looks like they've got a little trick up their sleeve.
As usual.
They've got aircraft.
Ready.
What? How did you get dressed so fast?
Well, Varian, I've had a lot of practice lately, haven't I?
I can't even... Come on.
How long are you going to hold this against us, Varian?
Until it stops.
And what if it doesn't?
Not everyone wants a different person every week, Varian.
All three in the same week.
Sure, I get that. But none of them are my adopted sister.
Keep your voice down, Varian. You know no one can find out about this.
Don't we have more important things to talk about right now?
Yes. It looks like the rebels are coming from their base in the southeast.
But we cleared that base 2 days ago.
Yes. Yes, as Rui did, it must be part of the hidden tunnel network that links their bases together. I'm starting to think it would be better if we just blew everything up after every battle.
That would make a mess.
And we're here to win the war without making mess.
I'm going to talk to our father about it. See how much of a mess we can make without upsetting anyone.
He's not our father.
Okay. Fine, Varian. If you're sure. Rather you than me. You said something about the rebels having aircraft?
It looks like they've got a small aircraft. It's hard to tell.
No, it's not. There they are.
Great. They're coming straight after us.
Jake, Pax, get ready. You're with me.
They've got ground vehicles too, and those weird little, copters.
They want to be up in the air, beyond our reach.
Maybe. This is going to make such a mess of our camp.
Not the most important thing right now, Varian. Right. I'll go out to the perimeter and head them off from the north. I'll see you two when it's over.
Our client in Dominar is anxious to end the ongoing conflict in the mountains. They're starting to face criticism from international interests. Tristan, how quickly can we bring an end to it?
It's difficult to say, Nathaniel. Varian, Isra and Ren are doing their best, but tactically these rebels do have the advantage.
Varian, Isra and Ren are at the cutting edge of our technological research. That's an advantage.
Yes, but they're deep in rebel territory, and their enemy knows the land.
That is why, when they took Ren prisoner, it took Isra and Varian 2 days to find him. It was a long time for him to be in enemy's hands.
Quite. All things considered, our experiment is paying off. Varian, Isra and Ren are doing well.
You trained them, Tristan. Did you think they would fail?
One never knows how a test subject will perform in the field until they have field experience. Oh, so you know that better than anyone. Devek, what do you think?
Physically, they are surpassing my expectations, as usual. Although it's hard to monitor them effectively from this distance.
They are showing progress in leadership, which is promising. Reports are that they are a far more cohesive unit than we anticipated them becoming.
Than you anticipated, perhaps, Tristan.
They're very different, Osa. They fight differently, think differently, move differently.
The treatments were the same, though. No, Devek?
Not at all. They're genetically distinct, so every round of treatments had to be individually tailored, which is why they were so costly to create.
They are not related, not connected in any way.
Except by experience. We raised them together. That is significant. No?
Perhaps.
If we may return to the point at hand, we sent them to Dominar to establish whether or not there will be useful assets to Dex Industries going forward. I think we can agree they will be, which justifies some of the cost that went into developing them.
They are 15 and 16 years old. Nathaniel, I think it's safe to say that if they continue to show the progress they've made in the last few months, then in a year they'll be very useful indeed. In 2 years they'll be invaluable.
Devek, what are your thoughts?
You know my viewpoint. Their use goes far beyond military purposes. They shouldn't be out in the world. They should be kept here, where they're safe, where they can be monitored.
Yes, thank you. Osa, we need to end this conflict. Any ideas?
Oh, my department is missiles and guns. I cannot do much more because we are required to avoid disturbing those delicate mountain ecosystems our client keeps talking about.
There was something you made last year, wasn't there? A very accurate remote missile.
So, what of it?
Would that upset the ecosystem?
It is still a bomb, Devek. It is designed to destroy life. It will not please the ecosystem.
Incoming call. Varian Dex.
Varian. What's going on?
We've lost Isra. She's been taken captive. I don't have much time. The rebels were airborne. They threw down these electric nets. Me and Ren, we avoided ours, but Isra was fighting 3 rebels when they got her. And she couldn't get out. Anyways, the electrical currents disabled her chip. We cannot track her.
Don't you know where she's gone?
No. They always retreat back to the mountain tunnels. There are thousands of them and it's never the same ones twice.
What are you doing about this?
We brought down the aircraft, so they took her away in a ground transport. Ren's going to track her by foot and we'll follow his chip from the air, with plenty of backup.
Good. Do what you need to do and keep me updated.
Call terminated.
Devek, is there any chance Isra's chip was triggered by this electrical net before it was disabled?
You mean to ask me if she's already dead? I don't know.
No chance, Nathaniel. I designed them better than that.
So the thing can be disabled, but not activated?
Yes, of course. I've always hoped you would ask me to disable them. You know how I feel about those chips.
Of all the things to find problematic, Osa.
Devek, we can end their lives at a push of a button, no matter where in the world they are, and they know it. A person should not have to live with that threat.
We may have a serious problem.
You think that if Isra escapes the rebels and chooses to run from us, we won't be able to find her?
Yes, Tristan. That is exactly what I'm thinking.
Part of me wants to see her do that. It would serve us all right.
How big a part of you?
A very small part.
Osa, Tristan, Devek, I want you all in a transport to Dominar immediately. Tristan, if she disappears, you know what to do. Osa, Devek, as soon as she is found, get another chip in her. We cannot afford to waste time on this. If she runs, we'll have a serious international weapons breach on our hands, and the weapon can think for itself. Contain it.
They took her north in one of those buggies. I'll be able to track it easily, but they've got a good head start, Varian.
You're faster than me, Ren. Just keep running. Raya and me will trace you from above.
All right, I'm ready.
Guns, swords, knives?
Yes, yes, and yes.
Find her, Ren.
I will.
I know.
Varian, we're ready. Let's go hunting.
Preparing for vertical takeoff. Initiating generators. Liftoff. Initiating autopilot.
No! Damn you, I'm the pilot. Why is that the default?
Blame Nathaniel.
Why?
Because he's usually to blame.
Locating Ren Dex. Signal found.
What? He's all the way over there already? Boy can shift.
He won't be hanging around. We've lost count of how many Domonos rebels Isra's killed. But it's a lot. They won't be nice to her.
Do you think they'll kill her?
I don't know. But we rescued Ren from one of their torture chambers about 6 weeks ago. So whatever they'll do it fast. Ren, are you there?
Yes.
When you find out where she is, do not engage. Do not go in there on your own. Do you understand me, Ren?
Seconds count here, Varian.
I know, but losing you as well would make this a very bad day.
Have you thought about what they might be doing to her?
I'm trying not to. Don't be stupid here, Ren. Wait. Ren. Ren.
I've always hated that earpiece anyway. All right. Let's keep it quiet.
Locating Ren Dex. Signal not found.
Damn it, Raya, where
Locating
did he
Ren
go?
Dex.
Oh,
Signal
I can't
not
see him
found.
anymore. If he went underground, we might not be able to track him.
He's such an idiot.
Come on, Varian. You can order me around, but you can't tell him what to do. You didn't seriously expect him to listen, did you?
I'll always live
not found.
in hope.
Locating Ren Dex. Signal not found. Locating Ren Dex. Signal
God,
not found.
shut her up, will
Locating
you?
Ren Dex. Signal not found.
Honestly, I feel sorry for whoever's in that cave. Look! There they are. I think you can see better than me.
Locating Ren Dex. Signal found.
Yes, it's them, but she's not walking and God's, he's covered in blood.
Does she look alive?
Yes, she's holding on to him.
Well, that's something, at least.
Initiating descent protocols. Lowering rear hatch. Raising rear hatch. Rear hatch secured.
Ren, is she okay?
She's in the back. They still had her strung up in that net, and it was paralyzing her. I was too late.
But she's alive. She's okay.
Yes, but they'd started, and I was too late.
Outgoing call, Nathaniel Dex.
Tristan, report.
Isra has been recovered. Devek and Osa have fitted and activated her new chip. Devek is with her now.
What's her condition?
Docile enough.
Docile? She is traumatized. No?
Devek, how is she?
Alive. Crisis averted.
Who is with her now?
Ren.
He has not left her this whole time. You was the one who rescued her, no?
Yes. He killed 15 rebels in that cave with one sword.
Be careful, Tristan. You almost sound proud.
I almost am.
Is she in full working order?
It's difficult to say, Nathaniel.
Devek, I need a clear answer.
She has sustained hurt, but nothing that her physical enhancements cannot cope with.
She may need time to recover.
Why? Ren was captive almost 2 days and back in the fight almost immediately. She was barely gone an hour.
Some forms of torture don't take very long, Nathaniel.
I think what Osa is trying to say is...
I know exactly what Osa is trying to say, Devek, and I don't care. If Isra is physically fit, I want her back in the fight. We don't have time for any nonsense here. Our clients want these rebels dealt with. Is she in full working order, Devek?
Yes.
Good. Send her straight back out. Let her reap her revenge. There's nothing less than she deserves.
Call, Nathaniel Dex. Terminated.
The girl should have run and we should have let her.
No! Osa, we cannot let that happen, for her own sake.
Devek's right. She's a 15-year-old girl. Where would she run to? We've made her into something the rest of the world fears, and people are not kind to things they fear.
Yes, we made her. And today she took punishment for what our orders made her do.
It's easy to blame death and destruction on the one holding the gun, especially if the one holding the gun is good at causing death and destruction.
While I'm here, I'll have a closer look at Ren. He insisted he was fine after his ordeal, but I think he's not told us everything about what was done to him. If it was up to me, he'd have come straight home for a full examination. I've said it before. If I had my way, none of them would leave the lab. They would be kept where they are safe, where they can be looked after.
It's too late for that now, Devek. For better or worse. They're in the world and they must face whatever it throws at them. All things considered, it could have been worse.
Oh yes, a lot worse.
Nathaniel is right about one thing. She deserves her revenge. Perhaps her rage will put us back on schedule and help us defeat those rebels sooner.
It always comes down to costs and deadlines.
Yes, business as usual.
Business as usual.
Business as usual.
In episode 2 of the Dex Legacy, you heard Chris Gregory as Nathaniel Dex, Warren Graham as Tristan Crale, Annika Kordes as Dr. Osa Srivastava, Lewie Watson as Dr. Devek, Kam Elliott as Varian Dex, Kelsey Griffin as Isra Dex, Charlie Richards as Ren Dex, Stevie Skinner as Raya, and Emily Inkpen as Auto, with music by Dr. Alan Stroud. The Dex Legacy is written by me, Emily Inkpen, and produced by Alternative Stories. If you enjoyed that episode, please like, subscribe, and comment. It really does help. If you would like to support the Dex Legacy, you can at ko-fi.com/the Dex Legacy audio drama.